It's a powerful day inside the Real Progress program. What's up, guys? So I wanted to talk about how there are levels to the game, how there are levels to life, how there are levels to everything in life. And this is something most people don't want to hear, all right? A lot of people think they're good at something, but thinking you're good at actually being good are two different things, right? So most people never find out that because they never put in themselves in rooms where they're challenged. Like a race. They stay around people all at the same level, so their standard never changes. And here's the truth. If you don't know what the next level looks like, you're always gonna overestimate where you're at. That's not an insult, but that's just awareness. Every time I've thought I was pretty good, life showed me another level. Faster people, smarter people, more disciplined people who execute better with less emotion and more consistency. And that's where growth starts. When you stop defending and your level and start studying the next one, all right? Now here's where this applies to you as a student in my program, and honestly, to life in general. Think about this. If you drive to school every day for 15 to 20 minutes, that's hundreds of hours a year behind the wheel. Now, I suck at driving. I already got into 2 accidents. I have no car. My car's crashed. I have to go and get a ride from my dad every day. But if you drive every day to school, most people do that on autopilot, right? Same route, same habits, same mistakes. Same with me. I did that. But imagine asking a simple question. How can I become better at this? How? Better awareness, better patience, better decision making, better control. How can I brake faster? How can I make this turn better? Okay? This applies to racing. How can I become better at this? How can I have form better? A question alone separates average from elite. Because elite people don't wait for a coach or a class to tell them to improve. They look for ways to sharpen skills and they already use daily. This is where the idea comes in. How do you do one thing? All right, listen to this. Write this down. How you do one thing is how you do everything. People like to argue, but show up every day, at every time. The person who cuts corners in small tasks usually cuts corners in big ones, right? The person who rushes through simple work usually rushes when pressure hits. The person who avoids detail in daily life avoids detail in training. Now think about something as basic as washing dishes. If you realize you're going to wash dishes for the rest of your life, I'm gonna be doing this for every single day for the rest of my life because I live on my own or some reason. You've got 2 options. Hate it and rush through it, or decide I might as well become good at this. Efficient, organized, focused, present. I'm gonna become better at this, right? In all those tasks. That mindset builds pride and execution, and that carries over into everything else. Now, let's bring this back to running. Sorry guys, it's just cold in here, I'm freezing. But let's bring this back to running, because this is where most people miss it. Running isn't about talent. It's not just about workouts, mostly it is, but it's about how well you execute the boring stuff as well. Warm-ups, recovery, pacing, sleep, nutrition, consistency. There are all levels to all of it. A beginner runs hard every rep. An intermediate runner learns pacing. An advanced runner controls effort and saves energy. Write that down. An elite runner executes with intention, even on bad days. Most people think they're at a higher level than they are because they only measure effort, not execution. But effort doesn't separate levels. Precision does. All right? Write that down too. But effort doesn't separate levels. Precision does. So here's the mindset I want you to adopt as my student in the program. Whatever you're doing, ask yourself, how can I do this better or more efficient? Not tomorrow, not next season, today. Today. Better form, better focus, better preparation, better recovery. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be intentional. You don't need to be perfect, you need to be intentional. Because when you stack small improvements across everything you touch, your standard rises. It goes from here to here in a matter of 30 days. And when your standard rises, your results follow. That's how people separate themselves. That's how you move up levels. And that's how you become dangerous as a runner. Not just in running, but in life, guys. So I want you to write down the key notes that you took from this lesson. Implement them as soon as possible, asking, how can I get better at this? How can I become more efficient? In every single task you do throughout the day. Do this today, do this tomorrow, do this every single day, write it down, then you're gonna do it. See you guys in the next lesson. Have a great day in the Real Progress program.